Welcome back to Lights, Camera, Whatever. It is Teacher Ray here, and we are jumping into episode 3 for Imperfect Us. Imperfect Us, episode 3. So, you know what we do. We're going to jump into the description. Rui Zhi is a good man, or so everyone says. They call him a good son, a good colleague, a good supervisor, a good husband, and a good father. But to be good in every way, he has to make lots of compromises and betray himself. So only he knows that there was just that one time when he nearly did what he truly wanted. But now a shocking secret becomes his wake-up call, and it turns out that everything he tries to protect may not be worth it. Personally, I enjoyed this episode. So, you know what we're going to do? Jump right into it. Question 1. Do you notice me? Now, why did I put this question? A lot of times when you have a partner, you like to dress up, you like to make some change, you like to be something different so that they can notice you. Or personally, you just feel better and you want to boost your self-esteem. But what happens when you kind of go out of the way to try to be beautiful, to try to be more handsome, and they don't notice you? Maybe something is wrong in your relationship. If you've gone out of your way to get a new hairstyle, to try something different, to sharpen up the look, do a little men's grooming or do a little beauty improvement or enhancement, and then you get home and they say nothing, then I personally have to say, this is Teacher Ray's opinion, something is wrong with this relationship. Because for me, I'm quite sensitive. So usually even a small, subtle change, a minuscule change, I possibly will notice it very quickly and right away. So sometimes if you feel you're not being noticed or appreciated at home, you can talk and express and share your feelings. Don't just kind of sit back and be like, oh, okay, he doesn't notice me. Because that is a sign of something that needs to be discussed. And that is a sign of something that's deeper, that needs to be further communicated with your partner. So do you notice me? That's a very good question that you have to ask yourself when you've kind of gone out of your way to look good for your partner. Be very careful with that. And you should communicate this with the one that you love. Number 2, it's your kitchen, whatever. The reason I ask this question or make this statement is because sometimes I'm in your house. I will respect anything that you say, everything that you do. That's just what you do. You do what you do in your kitchen. I'm a really amazing helper. Whatever you want, I'll have it quickly. Usually I will use common sense and say, okay, you're doing one activity. I will get this ready, or I will get this kitchen utensil ready for you, or I will grab this ingredient out of the refrigerator. I will prepare the right portion for you. I'm an amazing helper. But if I help and you give me attitude, I'm leaving the kitchen because there's a way. I don't have to be here in the first place. So why are you giving me all of this, bad attitude and temper when I'm literally just trying to help you in this situation? So for me, it's your kitchen, whatever. So there's a point in the show where one family member is talking to the other partner's family member, and there's a slight dispute in the kitchen. And I feel like that is, like I say, a sign to something bigger, usually. Guys, now, a lot of people have anger, they have tempers, they have bad days. But honestly speaking, one thing that Teacher Ray doesn't like is people who are rude. I super hate people who are rude, who have attitude, and sometimes for no reason. But when there is a reason, I will first observe you. I will look at you. And when I see you and I say, okay, you had a really bad day, I'll let it pass. But if you look super, super normal and everything's fine, you just genuinely a person who's rude and has attitude, probably this would be my last time in the kitchen with you or even in your house. Because I think that life is short, guys. I don't need to sit around and hear you give me attitude. I could literally be doing something else. I could be cooking my own food. By the way, I'm amazing at barbecuing. And I'm going to have to say this confidently. I'm probably the best seasoner you know. Trust me, I back that 100%. I wish you would try to challenge me. Now, number 3, is our conscious the real creator of our universe? Yes, guys. I'm really hurt by this question, and I don't want to say I'm hurt because something hurt me. I'm hurting myself. In this situation, A lot of times when I kind of sit back and evaluate what's going on in the world and I'm thinking deeply, new word for people who are not my students, ruminate, because I always teach this word to my students. When I'm ruminating about my life and about my struggles and my suffers, most of the time, predominantly, majority of the time, right? I would say 97% is my conscious has actually created this situation, this stress. And if I control my mindset, maybe that struggle or that stress would not even exist. So that's why I say, is our conscious the real creator of our universe? Because if your conscious is aligned in the right direction, going the right way, that benefits you, your future, your health, and your family, you will be living a better life. I genuinely believe that. But when your conscious is creating a negative universe of hate and envy and comparison, and I always say this, comparison is a cancer of the mind, you need to change or alter. And if you can't do it overnight, you need to gradually fix that conscious, because the conscious is probably the most powerful tool in the universe. From my perspective, your conscious is the most powerful tool in this universe. So that's why I say, please recalibrate, step back, look at yourself. It's always okay to start over. It's always okay to begin again. But the problem that a lot of people have is that they never even start at all. They just kind of simmer. They're kind of cooking in the negativity and nothing ever changes. So that's the problem. So is our conscious the real creator of our universe? Absolutely yes. Number 4, you ever had an enemy that wasn't really your enemy? When I was growing up in the States, actually, I don't need to say it. America's pretty dangerous in many ways, actually, to be honest, to honestly be speaking. Like, America has so many points of danger that, Taiwan doesn't have. And I appreciate it. And I'm not just, disrespecting the States. America is my home. It is a great country, but Taiwan is my second home. And there's a lot of parts of Taiwan that I truly, truly love that I know will not happen within the borders of the United States. Now, why I say that is because a lot of times growing up as a teenager, and, like I said, I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a big city. There's a lot of tension. There's a lot of competition, this kind of urge and fight and eagerness to be better. You kind of subconsciously and consciously create enemies that don't exist, right? You make people against you that are not actually against you. And even worse, you put people against you that have no value, right, in your life. And you probably, all the energy that you've wasted against them at that moment will just literally be gone. It will wither away in time. And, as the clock swings down to the right and comes back up around to the 12th, you're wasting time, right? You're literally wasting time because you're making someone who's an enemy that's not actually your enemy. So in the show, in the drama that I'm referring to, The Imperfect Us, remember this is episode 3, you kind of, like I said, I'm kind of extracting points from the show. There was a scene where one of the characters is kind of making someone the enemy, but it's actually not their enemy. It's back to to question number 3. It's the conscious creating something out of thin air. And for the Taiwanese listeners, when I say out of thin air, you're creating it out of nothing, right? It's really, really dangerous. We have to stop doing that. So please, have you ever had an enemy that wasn't really your enemy? And everybody has. Everybody does it. I don't care what anybody says. Everyone has an enemy that's not really their enemy. You created that in your mind. Now, number 5, would you smoke in front of your kids? I absolutely think this is the most disgusting thing in the world. But I have to say, even more disgusting is walking with your kid in your arms and smoking a cigarette at the same time. This is madness. This is pure madness. Why in the world are you walking and smoking with a child? You got to be out of your mind. So please stop doing this. Do not smoke in front of your children. You are slowing down their growth. It is called secondhand smoke. I don't even know why I'm talking about this, but I have to say this. And I'm really, really sorry because at RBZ English, I have a lot of tobacco clients, a lot of international companies. I teach, I think, 3 different tobacco companies. they're still going to make money. But I have to say, this goes down to the conscious side to say, hey, don't smoke in front of your kids. And I have to say thankful. I had to say thank you to these, tobacco clients for putting these images on the package that shows that how it's damaging to kids. It's detrimental. That's a new word, detrimental, potentially harmful for the people who are not RBZ English students, detrimental to the kids' health. You have to stop. Please stop smoking in front of your kids. Go away. There's no point in telling them not to smoke if you're doing it in front of them. So stop. Please stop. Now, would you take the promotion or let others have it? Now, if there's a situation in my life where my kids are comfortable, they're in school, they have their friends, they have their life, my partner is doing well, she has her things that she's busy with, and we have balanced to be able to find time to spend together, yes, I will take that promotion because I have positioned my life where my kids are happy, I can spend time with them, I can be with, now I'm divorced, so whatever lover I'm talking about in the future is going to be someone else, not my ex-wife. But my lover in the future, I have time to spend with her and have a great life with her. And I'm able to see my kids, right? And spend time with my kids, spend time with my lover. For me, that is the ideal life that would put me in a situation to say, hey, I accept this promotion. But if my life is in pure chaos, I don't get to see my kids, I don't get to see my woman, everything is work, work, work. Now, I'm a person who highly appreciates spending time and being with my partner. But if everything is just work, money, 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 then I'm going to enjoy that time with them later when I'm old and I'm slow and it's too late. So that's why I say I would take the promotion under the right circumstances. So that's my answer for that one. Now, number 7, do you push your partner to be better or man lai as usual? Man lai in English for the foreign listeners means to take it easy, don't stress too much. Now, I've talked about this with several of my clients. I prefer my woman to tell me the truth. Say, hey, Ray, you're messing up. Do better. You can be better. You are better. Now, based on the occasion and the situation, yes, it's like if I'm having like a really, 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 really tough day and it's just like, going crazy and my face is just like a monster. Like, okay, just give me a couple hours. Don't say anything yet. Just let me kind of, get myself together and, we can talk later. But, sometimes you just got to read the room, like, to be honestly speaking. But I do want my partner to push me and to make me better. Not sit around and be like, hey, like, okay, mama lie, take it easy. Don't worry. Don't stress. It's not that serious. Guys, we need to be pushed. This is a very competitive world. We do need love and comfort, but we need to be pushed. That is very true. Number 8, what's your favorite local Taiwanese food? I'm going to say this time and time again because I did not have this growing up in the United States. There is a local snack in Taiwan called yuto gao. It's a chewy taro snack that's fried, right? Guys, stay away from this. It is insanely addictive. I cannot stop. I always order 2. Every time I go to the store, I say 2份. I want 2 orders. So that's about 8 or 9 cubes, depending on how much they do the portions. Yuto gao is kind of like a taro chewy cake or whatever, and they fry it so greatly. I mean, you have no idea. Guys, this is the best thing ever. That is my local food. If you buy me this food, I would be so grateful for you. Seriously, you have no idea. I would just go head over heels, right? Now, number 9, can you work hard without passion? I think no. How to work hard without passion? Why are you working in the first place? Yes, okay, you got to pay the bills. You need to have a lot of things to pay for. I totally understand. That's working. But working hard without passion, I have to say this is a quite, sensitive conversation because in general, there are plenty of situations out there where you have to feed your family and you don't have passion for that job. So I'm not referring to the situations of these circumstances where you have to, this is the last resort, like you have to do this. This is This is not what I'm referring to. I'm referring to the jobs where you have the ability to change and to be in a better career or to be in a better company, but you don't. Kind of lazy. You're just being. You don't have any ambition, any effort. You just, like we say, going through the motions. Like you really just being a worker right now. If that's the situation and you're just looking for a monthly salary, you want no connection to the company, you just want to work, hey, do what you do. But I do believe and I pray that everybody eventually one day gets to work in a job that they have passion for. Now, if you're not a person who really cares about that, hey, this conversation is not for you. You go ahead and get that check. As long as you get your money and you're happy, you have nothing to discuss. But I do pray one day that you find a job that you like and you enjoy and that you have passion for it. Now, next one, number 10. Could you sleep with your boss and act normal in the office? This is also crazy, guys, because it happens all the time. I mean, it could be like a very beautiful employee and a very handsome boss, or a very powerful woman who, attracts a lot of energy from men. It could be vice versa. We're not just going to stick to man and woman, and we're going to also woman to man. But if it was me, I probably couldn't. I mean, I to protect us, yeah, I would have to. Now, being a consultant at RBC English, I hear all type of situations that are very extreme and different and unique. So, and I have to, keep a straight face. So I think that I will be able to act normal for a certain time. But I think once, because guys, I'm a lover. My eyes will show, my feelings will show. I like to take care of my partner. And, it could be something I don't really, notice that I'm doing, because I really like to take care of who I'm with. So it will be to a certain extent that I will be able to hide and not to show or express anything that shouldn't be that way. But I think once it gets to like this really, really deep love, and I probably, as a gentleman in a relationship, will try to change the company, because I think I can't resist anymore if I really in love with you, I can't resist anymore to look at you a certain way, or to speak to you a certain way, or to bring you food or bring you coffee. I mean, I can try. I'll try. But for me, it's very tough, really. I mean, you're deep in love with a person. There's intimacy, there's connection. And you guys are like, right down the hallway from each other. You want to hold hands and be together, but you can't. You're in the same meeting and you thinking of what you want to cook for your partner tonight and how you want to treat him out for the weekend, but you have to act professional. It can be very, very draining, to be honest. It could be very exhausting. So that would be very, very tough for me. But maybe I can do it, for a certain amount of time until it's like, wait, I'm too in love with this person. So I got to change the department or change the company. Number 11, if your girlfriend is the one but not for your mom, what to do? For this situation, well, I'm a little bit quiet myself on this one, but I would have to have a long talk with my mother. Moms sometimes see things that we don't see. I respect that. But sometimes moms can be, overwhelmingly judgmental for something that they don't need to be judgmental for. And they're just looking out for the best interest in you. But that could sometimes overshadow what the actual situation is. Like I said, if you creating an enemy, your mother could also be creating an enemy that's not really your enemy. And there's a lot of very protective mothers out there who are like looking out for the best interest of their son. I totally understand. But at the same time, if you're a grandma or anyone listening to this, be very, very careful, because that woman that your son is with could be the one, but you could mess it up. You might really mess up a potential great future for your son. So be very, very careful in how you judge. Be very careful in how you judge. But if it was me, Teacher Ray, I would have to talk to my mom and ask her specifically. And I am a consultant. I have to let you understand. I am a business English consultant. Mostly that is 98% consultant, 2% business English. So I'm really effective at looking people directly in their eye. Really, really easy for me to look someone in the black of their eye and to watch their reaction, the facial expressions, so that I can make my analysis and diagnosis of their situation. Because like I said at RBZ English, I hear everything. They tell me everything. That's just what it is. I'm very confidential. I will not release any examples, but I have to know how you truly feel before I help you. So I will look my mom in her eye and say, hey, are you for real? Now, the next one. What if you are in love with someone, but you are just a running mate to them? Oh, this one hurts, guys. This one hurts. I mean, I don't want to be a toy, right? I don't want to be a sexual toy. For me, I prefer that if we're going to have a sexual connection, in addition to love and being together and to being partners, I hope it's real. I don't want to be a toy, right? A sexual toy. Now, it's going to happen to guys, right? It's going to happen to guys. It's going to happen to girls where you're in love, but actually guys, we just don't know. We are not mind readers. We don't know what's on their mind and why they're doing certain things. But in that situation, when you find out you are a running mate, please have that conversation, that uncomfortable conversation that you need to have. Guys, we have to stop allowing situations to happen, sleeping in it, eating in it, pretending nothing is going on. You are just hurting yourself down the road. You are investing into your future pain. I want you to remember this. You are investing into your future pain. Please be careful. It might happen. If it happens to you, or if it has happened to you, I'm very sorry about that. But you got to move on and be stronger and never look back. Because I'm a person. You hurt me, you cheat on me, or we're done. Life is short. There's someone way better out there, way better than you. Last one. Can you love others without loving yourself? This is the problem that I need to work on. I'm always giving my 100% love to other people. Always. And I mean easily and strongly and passionately. But when it comes to myself, I don't put much thought into it, right? Okay, yes, I work out every morning, 6 a.m. I eat very healthy. I, find my time for peace and these things. Yeah, I try to enjoy my life. Outside of RBZ English, I try to enjoy my life. And I try to do what I can to earn the money for my kids and support my family. But, for my mental health, this is what I'm referring to. For me personally, this is Teacher Ray. I could do better for my mental health. This is something I really, really would like to work on. So can you love others without loving yourself? I hope you guys do, because this is something that Teacher Ray, and I have to be, this is lights, camera, whatever. So this is the whatever. This exactly is what the whatever is. Yes. So for me, I need to learn to focus on my mental health and be good to myself before I be good to others. And I hope you guys too. You gotta love yourself. So please leave your comments below. This is lights, camera, whatever. We just, on this recording, on this show, we talked about episode 3. So go check it out. Let me know how you feel. See you in the next episode.